Once upon a time there was a man who was a mad murderer. He had taken vow that he would kill 1000 people because society hadn't treated him well. He had decided to take revenge on society by killing 1000 men. From every person killed, he would take one finger and make a rosary around his neck. Because of this, his name became Anglimala, man with rosary of fingers. Everyone was afraid of Anglimala. Even kings, generals were afraid of him. Nobody would move in those parts wherever people came to know that Anglimala lived. It became very difficult for him to find one man to kill and complete his vow. One day Buddha was staying at village near that forest. The day he left from village, villagers said, "Don't go that way. There lives a mad murderer. He has already killed 999 people. He doesn't think twice before killing. He will not think that you are Buddha. There is another way. You take that path." Buddha said, "If I don't go, then who will go? He is waiting for one more, so I have to go. He is a man, he needs me. I must take the risk. Either he will kill me or I will change him." Saying this, Buddha left. Disciples who had said that they would remain with Buddha till very end were scared, and as they moved toward forest, even disciples started to lag behind because of danger. When Buddha reached the hill, he was all alone. Anglimala was sitting on rock. He saw Buddha and thought, "This man seems to be absolutely unaware that I am here. Otherwise nobody goes along this path." Buddha looked so innocent, so beautiful, that even Anglimala felt compassion and thought, "It is not good to kill this man. I will leave him. I can find somebody else to complete my vow." Then he said to Buddha, "Go back, stop right there. Don't step forward. I am Anglimala. I have killed 999 people and I just need one more finger. Even my mother come, I will kill her to complete my vow. So don't come near me. You may look like a monk, but I don't believe in any religion. I don't care if you are a great saint. All I care is killing one more person. So don't step forward, otherwise I will kill you." Still Buddha continued moving. Angulimala thought maybe this man is deaf or mad. So he shouted again, "Stop, don't move another step." Then Buddha said, "I have stopped long ago. I am not moving. Angulimala, you are moving. All my movement has stopped because all motivation has stopped. When there is no motivation, how can movement happen? There is no goal for me. I have achieved the goal. So why should I move? You are moving and I say to you, you stop." Angulimala was still sitting on the rock. He started laughing and said, "You are really mad. I am sitting and you say to me that I am moving. You are moving and still you say you have stopped." Buddha came near him and said, "I have heard that you need one more finger. As far as this body is concerned, my goal is achieved. This body is useless. When I die, people will burn it. It will be of no use to anyone. You can use it. Your vow can be fulfilled. Cut off my finger and cut off my head. I have come on purpose because this is the last chance for my body to be used in some way. Otherwise, people will burn it." Anglimala said, "What are you saying? I thought I was the only madman around here. Don't try to be clever because I am dangerous. I can still kill you." Buddha said, "Before you kill me, do one thing. Just the wish of a dying man. Cut off a branch of this tree." Angulimala hit his sword against the tree and a big branch fell down. Buddha said, "Just one more thing. Now join it again to the tree." Angulimala said, "Now I know perfectly that you are mad. I can cut, but I cannot join." Buddha started laughing and said, "When you can only destroy and cannot create, you have no right to destroy it, because destruction can be done by children. There is no bravery in it. This branch can be cut off by a child, but to join it, a master is needed. And if you cannot even join back a branch to the tree, then how can you cut off human heads? Have you ever thought about it?" Angulimala closed his eyes and fell down at Buddha's feet and said, "I have never thought like that. You are right. If I cannot create, I have no right to destroy. But I don't know what should I do then. You lead me on that path." and it is said that in single moment Angulimala was completely changed. His destructive nature changed into creative. He changed from a murderer to a monk. We can learn from this story that anyone's life can be changed, even if it may seem impossible. If a murderer can become a monk, think of how much easier it is for us to improve our minds, habits, and lives. Thank you for watching. Stay happy and be positive.